Hey guys, for those of you that are smart enough to subscribe to my emails, you would have known that we were doing a live YouTube chat. For the rest of you, I've been telling you, lots of benefits of being a subscriber, so do me a favor, get to davidwygant.com and subscribe. You would have been involved in this chat. But we've got a new guy in here. We got Larry. Larry from, Larry, where are you from, London?
Yeah, London, England.
Hey Larry, what's up, man?
Hey Larry, thanks man.
John Keegan here too.
Yep, John and David here, man. We decided to do this today, and I'm glad you participated. We got a lot of guys online right now. So tell me, what's your question?
Well, approach-wise, I'm pretty good approaching girls, and I can open without any problem using observations and stuff. But what's the best way to keep a conversation going once you've got over the opener? Just sort of keep the flow going and just sort of avoid the awkward silences if there are.
Okay, first off, okay, it's real simple, okay, and I know John's going to add to this too because I can feel it. It's really easy. It's about being very present. When you have the opener, let's say whatever the opener is, it could be something very simple. Maybe you met her in Starbucks and you looked at her and said, that cup of coffee looks awesome, or man, I've never had the espresso here, whatever it is. The minute she starts talking is when you need to start listening very carefully. She may something like, John, man, I've never had the espresso here. And she would have said,
well, you just said to me you never had the espresso here?
Right.
And I'd say, oh, well, you got to try it. You got to try the espresso.
Is it good?
If you like getting high and feeling a little buzz, it's good.
I love getting high and feeling buzzed. You always get high and buzzed here?
The first one's like that high buzz, and then I get right to that feeling, and I'll have number two, and that's my downfall. That's
really? What happens with that downfall?
Then I start getting cranky. Yeah.
Okay, so you get cranky. How do you get cranky?
Well, because I over-caffeinate, a little jittery, and then I start getting a little too,
Are we talking like period cranky, that type of cranky?
No, not that cranky. That's I don't have bad periods.
Okay, so you see what happens there. You see the way that we were bantering back and forth with one another. You see, Larry, what happens there, okay, is that we're listening to each other, but we're using it. If you notice what I'm doing, and John does the same thing, we use her familiar words back at her. Right. So we're rephrasing her words to get her to go a lot deeper and get the conversation going. Because what happens here, people start feeling really comfortable when you start using their words back at them. And that's the best way to do it, especially when you're a beginner. And also as a beginner, or somebody that's good at opening but not good at transitioning, try to have a 30-second conversation, then try to have a 32-second conversation, then a 40-second conversation. Start really just giving yourself realistic goals every single day.
And then I'll just add to that, and this is a big thing. A lot of guys don't know what to this word transition. It's like, okay, I transition, but to what? So, for example, you could be talking about the espresso like we just were, and we had this little banter, which ultimately disarms her and breaks the ice so that she feels more comfortable to transition. But what do we transition to? Should we start talking about the pepper shakers now? Should we talk about the painting on the wall? You could.
That's random conversation.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, at one point, but a lot of guys do that. They don't know where to go, right? So, and where you're going is you're getting personal now. Now it's time to get personal, but the trick is not to be boring about getting personal. The big three is, what's your name, where are you from, what do you do? But a lot of people get too linear about that. But ultimately, you do want to kind of move in that direction. You want to move into the personal. But again, it goes back to the listening. And the listening would be like an observation you made off of maybe, instead of saying where you're from, you can look at her and kind of guess where she's from. Or instead of saying, hey, what do, you might take the time to kind of make some observations about her and say, oh, maybe I can guess what you do, something like that.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Peace.
And don't forget, if you want to get involved with some of these special little freebies that I do, I strongly suggest you go to my site, sign up, and you'll get involved in all these little free webinars. By the way, I have webinars, every couple of months. I got free webinars. I got guests on the webinars like John and some other people. So I strongly suggest you get your butt to my website so you can get the stuff for free.
Peace, guys.